Hello, everybody. It's Jeanette Vilda. This is my contribution to the Alternative Journals swap for a Grimoire spell book. I went a kind of a nature, I guess, route, and I have to say I had an absolute blast making this. I've recently taken a class and decided I would try out some of the stuff that I learned in the class in this book. And so this was another trial version of that. And I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. Anywho, I didn't overly decorate inside. There's a lot of stuff, but not too much, I hope. Mostly because, it's a swap and I don't want it to be so full that, whoever receives this can't do what they want inside there. So I do have a little envelope with a bunch of stuff that can be used, and that'll go with that so that you can add more if you want, or put it in something else and use whatever you got. Let's see. The majority of the images inside or stuff that I used is from Style 24 Designs. I also used a set of images, and I'll have the link down below for that. And then, oh boy, so this is actually an Edith Holden book, and I just cut out the spine and made my own, and then this is covered with, it's not really a lace, it's more like a doily almost, but real soft. I loved how that turned out. That's my first time putting on one of these, so whoever gets this, if it starts to come off, just glue it back down, because I tried my best and hopefully it works. But like I said, it's my first time, so we'll see how it goes. Here on the cover, these are just some chipboard elements, and just a nice little image. Didn't do anything again to the back. The doily just kind of goes around. Inside, I used a lot of fabric in this. The class that I took, and I'll put a link down below to that because it's excellent. I really loved the different things that I made for that journal as part of that class. And so I decided to go use some of those, not all of the things from it, in this book. So there's quite a bit of fabric, and I'll show you those as we go. So here's a little pocket, and this is just some paper. It's actually, I have this whole stationery set that I got with these envelopes and cards, and I got a huge set, so I like to use the paper because the paper is awesome. So that's what that is underneath the fabric, and then there's the fabric and an image. And here is a potions book. So this is Style 24 Designs, and it's just some really cool little potions. Ooh, yeah, I can do it. So that's that. Okay. And then here is, so that all of my little journal cards have, I'll pull this one out. They're all with fabric backs, and then some nice little detailing on it. And I think this is the only one that I put an image on the card. A lot of them I put some images on over the fabric on the back. And this here on the top, move this up a bit, is just a little piece of fabric, and then it's stitched across the top to hold it in place. And this just hides the paper clip. So there's I'll pull that out. There's a little paper clip there. And it's just a little paper clip with some sari silk on it. And when you put it over that little fabric nicely hides the paper clip. Put that back under there. And this is just some Tim Holtz paper. And then here's the other side of that piece. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I hope it's not too bad. And another journal card. Oh, and I didn't see if you just tuck it under that piece of fabric and you don't see the paper clip anymore. So I really love to burn papers. I love the look of it. It has this old, it's been sitting around forever look to it. But the concern within the group in terms of smell. Now I've got another book that I did a lot of burning too, and it does smell right at the beginning, but the smell does dissipate. I do have an issue myself with smoke, and so, but it does dissipate. But what I did was, instead of the burning, I just mimicked it myself. So just ripped some of the pages to look like it's been burnt, and then this is Distress Ink Walnut Stain, and that's on every page. Try to do that. This is TLC Vintage, wonderful pages, and then just some old book pages. So here's my first. What I did a lot is tarot cards. So there's throughout, I think there's maybe 6 different tarot cards, and this is all Style 24 Designs. And my idea behind how I put this together is that the person, the witch, or the old lady who put this together is just put it together through the years, and so little pieces have been added. So that's kind of why I don't have the full sheet. I took all the pieces out from the sheet and put them throughout. And so each one for each tarot card, I tried to make it look really different. And so each of these little cards talk about different aspects of this tarot card, the Fool. And so that the actual tarot card is there. And a little pocket. And title, the Fool. And then each of these talks about the different aspects of that tarot. There's this is actually some paper that I got from the Bohemian Crafter. I bought one of her little packs of stuff, and there was some paper in there. And just animal book, rats. This is old, or not really old, actually it's brand new, staff paper. And I spritzed it with walnut stain distress ink. And it's interesting because it came out kind of weird. I don't know how much you can see that in the video, but the colors are very interesting. I don't know if it's the paper, but it brought out different aspects of the ink. It turned out much differently than some of my other papers. Or the staff paper. So here's the next one, the Lovers. And again, there's the tarot card. And this actually flips up, and there's some more in there. And then there's a couple little guys tucked in here. And this is held with a magnet and opens up. And there's some more little pieces in here. Oops, that's stuck there. Little pieces. It just folds down like that. Other rodents. And here we have the High Priestess. So here's the card. And then tucked in here is all of the pieces and a neat little image that I thought went with the High Priestess. So it's a woman. And each of these have a nice little backing, so you can write any notes or anything you like. And here's another journal card. So this one has some neat fabrics. And that top there. And then the other side, this one opens up. And this one has an image on the back. And this is the other side of the little paperclip cover. And again, that's the Tim Holtz paper. Some bats. This one was a lot of fun. I really wanted it, like I said, to look, it was hard to come up with something different for every one of the tarot cards. And this was a blast. I don't know, it might be totally silly, but I had a blast with this one. So this is the Magician. So here's the card. And this image, I just thought really, it's not necessarily a magician, but it just looked really pretty. And I thought it went nicely with the concept of the magician. So this time what I did was each of the pieces are mounted on to this same paper. And then a little strip of fabric was stitched on. And then it's made to they all flip. So there's plenty of room underneath to add notes on the back. It's almost like a puzzle. You have to have them in the right order for them to all open. Like I said, it might be a little silly, but oh geez, I had fun coming up with this one and putting it together. And that, and then that. I think it looks kind of cool. So, let's see, going on. More staff paper. Or that beautiful paper from TLC Vintage. TLC Creates Vintage, I think. Snakes. And these all images are, let me hit pause and I'm going to look that up really quick because it's a really, every one of these that are the images that are on the papers, if I find like here, and all of these are from that same thing. So let me look that up real quick. Okay, so it's from Skyfire Graphics, and it's one gigantic PDF, and there's over 200 images. So the bulk of it are these that you can have on a full page. Frames, there's some corner pieces, and it's set up so that you've got one that's blank and then one with lines. And I chose all of the blank ones. But so you always have the one with the frame that's blank and then the one with lines. And the 200 does not count both of those. So the two together, the one without and the one with, is one. So if you will, there's over 400 images within that document. And it's listed as a grimoire, but it's very much, medieval kind of images. And I think that you could use it for a number of different things to go with a lot of stuff. So I really liked it. There's also in it, I'll pull something out here from my little pack. There's also a whole bunch of just plain images. And most, if not all of the images that are throughout here, that are just these little images, are from that file. There are a couple from another, and I'll have that listed below again. And this is actually a little envelope I used to hide the middle stitching and the signature. And, I have to pause because okay, here we go. Sorry, what was supposed to be in there was not in there, so I went and got it. So this is a tarot card I have from a set. They're called Angel Tarot Cards. I just thought this one was really beautiful. They're all really beautiful. So I just picked one out of the set, and that is in there. And then this again is from that 200 set of images. This is just the zodiac, and the whole zodiac is here. And it just turns like this, and so all the pages. So there's how many? Four pages. And that's in that little pouch. Okay. All right. The other snakes. So these are really nice. Like I said, not overly decorated. Just some nice images. You can do anything you want. All right, so here again, this is the Emperor Tarot card. And this one's just a little pad of paper, again, stitched in, and then some fabric, and then one image, and then they're just kind of haphazardly, if you will, glued in as if along the way. Just slap them in, but there's room here for more notes, for more images, however you want to do that. There's bats, and here's another card. This time I went sideways with the little cover. And again, this one opens up, and there's a little image inside there. Oh, it's fabric. And here's the other side of that one. And this card. And then this is a little fabric pocket. It's just stitched around and then hand stitched on the side. And another card that opens. And the other side, this one I just thought this, when I put this fabric down, I saw this image and thought, oh, that's going to look nice. So I hope that's showing up. It's hard to tell. My monitor is not very good with colors. So here's this card. And this one has an image on the back. And this again is from Bohemian Crafter. Now we got lizards. This is just some graph paper, and again, this is walnut stain. I think it's interesting how different papers give you different colors, but this still looks pretty cool. I think it came out neat. Snakes. And here we have the Empress. There's actually a pocket here in case you want to put anything in there. And here's the tarot card. And then the little elements are in this pocket here. And this pocket's actually in that 200 PDF file. And I just love, these are both from that file, so really beautiful images. And here is the, oh boy, the Hierophant. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's the card. And then this is one of these envelopes. And I just used a little magnet to hold it closed. And then all of the little elements are in the envelope. And I just added a pretty image that I thought went kind of with the idea. It's the Pope is essentially the Hierophant. And that closes. so hard to tell if you can see anything. Hopefully it's okay. It's quite difficult here because I can't use certain lights to really light up because they flicker because of the German energy. Here's another pocket and a card. And these give you an area to maybe add a header, you know, something to say what's in here, what you're writing on here, however you want to do that. And there's, this one's empty. And then the back here is another pocket with a cute little witch on a broom. And then this is the bees. So I love this. It just talks about the different things that beeswax, honey, what it's good for. And then there's a couple of little potions with bees. It's just a little book. And that is the end. Oops. Let's see if I'm actually in frame. And that's the end. So I really hope whoever ends up getting this really likes it. I hope you like it. I loved making this. I had so much fun. The stitching, all of the fabric work was a blast. I really enjoyed doing it. I am not a sewer, so don't look too closely at most of it. I think actually, in a way, the really terrible sewing kind of adds to the overall feel of it. So let's just go with that, shall we? So anyways, I hope you liked it and have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.